How's it going, everyone? The Edge of 17 is a movie starring Hailee Steinfeld. She plays a character named Nadine. Nadine is kind of a troubled teenager. She has one friend, Krista, and even though Nadine's, life is kind of troubled, she still could not ask for more because Krista is a great friend. She's a great friend to Nadine until Krista starts going out with Nadine's brother. Things go to shit from there. So basically, Nadine's best friend, Krista, starts going out with Nadine's brother, and it's she kind of loses her one friend, her one really good friend, and she has no one really. And this movie deals with depression. It dives deep into so many things, and this movie was great. This movie was so touching, moving. If you're going into high school, if you're, going into your teenage years, if you're 12 and you're going to be 13 very soon, you'll really like this movie. You'll really like it. If you're 16, 15, a teenager really, you'll absolutely love this movie, especially if you're, a female. If you're an adult, it could go either way. That's my opinion. But I really did like this movie. It was so enjoyable, but so touching and moving. It really was a relatable movie. Like, it really was realistic. It wasn't some, corny, cheesy high school movie. It was a really realistic movie. The kids swore. They actually swore. Like, they said the F word, and I'm not saying it's funny, but, they didn't, go too tame. They did not make the movie so tame like lots of other high school movies do. They made this movie they made this movie so realistic. They swear in this movie, and it's so realistic. It did not feel like actors. It felt like real high school students. I just think this movie was so good, so relatable, and it deals with depression. It does deal with depression, You know what? I'm going to say, it deals with this. The Edge of 17 deals with depression like The Accountant dealt with autism. That's what it was like. Now, a flaw I have with this movie is that I feel like it could have dived deep into a couple more characters' backstories, like the teacher, played by Woody Harrelson. We could have learned more about him, but you know what? Nadine, he was still a really good character. Woody Harrelson was so funny in this movie. And I just feel like this movie was really realistic, and if you're a high school student or a parent, you might learn something. I'm going to give this movie an 8 because this movie is the second best movie I've seen in 2017. That's right. Time flies. But so my next review is going to be for a movie called Why Him, starring James Franco and Bryan Cranston. So let's review that. Bye.